stitched like seams. Pull the threads, unravel dreams. Eyes wide open, can't unsee. Chains they wrapped in secrecy. Freedom whispers loud and bold. Feel the heat, this truth ain't cold. Tin Hat Thursday, light the flame. Sparks ignite, don't play the game. Rip it open, break the mold. Truth is fire, truth is gold. Cloaks and shadows, puppet strings. Whisper lies, the devil sings. But the rabbit digs too deep. Unveils secrets meant to keep. Eyes like daggers cut the dark. Blazing trails ignite the spark. We're the thunder in the storm. Breaking free from their old norm. Tin Hat Thursday, light the flame. Rippin' Rabbit Hole is a community-driven radio. At times the community comments may reveal prejudices and other beliefs that we or our sponsors do not condone. Views or opinions expressed by the community, callers, or guests, are those of the individual speaking and do not represent the views or opinions of this site. Rippin' Common Sense content is intended for mature audiences only. Enjoy. Cut the dark, blazing trails ignite the spark. We're the thunder in the storm, breaking free from their old norm. Tin Hat Thursday, light the flame. Sparks ignite, don't play the game. Rip it open, break the mold. Truth is fire, truth is gold.
Good evening and welcome to Tin Hat Thursday. It is Thursday, May 21st, 2026. I am Screech Scott.
And I am Red.
And we're coming to you live from our perch high above the western shores of Lake Michigan, where we will be screaming 360 degrees of truth. We want to thank you for joining us on Tin Hat Thursday and hope that you will join us right here on Rippin' Common Sense Radio each and every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. If you are listening on Rumble or on YouTube, we invite you to hop on over to rippinrabbithole.com and join the rest of Tin Hat Nation in the VIP Backstage Lounge. The Backstage Lounge is free and always will be. Go to rippinrabbithole.com. Click on the Backstage 24/7 Lounge in the taskbar. Scroll down a bit until you see the Backstage Lounge and click on the big red Enter Now button. Allow the permissives, put in your name, and join the fun. Just remember to keep yourself muted until the show ends. Listen to the show and then hang around for some spirited discussion with others. The Backstage Lounge is a great place to meet new friends and talk about anything that you want to. And we can speak from experience when we say that you will often find screech owls deep into the early AM hours. It's rippinrabbithole.com. RIPONRABBITHOLE.com. And Red, I can tell you last night, I went to bed, or I woke up actually after I had gone to bed, and I think it was about 2 o'clock or 2:30 when I woke up. And Amanda was still in the backstage.
Yes,
so I think Amanda may have fallen asleep.
Yeah.
So folks, it does happen from time to time. I didn't detect any snoring or anything like that.
She usually doesn't have her microphone on, so, or access to it.
So anyway, we are going to jump into tonight's episode, and you know, we recognize that not everybody in the backstage appreciates NASCAR racing like you and I do, Red. It's a sport that we enjoy watching. Yep. We have our favorite racers, and we just like a couple hours ago.
2 hours ago.
We saw.
Well, this morning. Start out with this morning.
So this morning I got this message that Kyle Busch was not going to race this weekend because of a medical situation.
And that he was in the hospital.
That he had been hospitalized, and Red and I stopped for fuel on our way home this afternoon, just a couple short hours ago, and
Yep, 2 hours ago.
to read all over social media that Kyle Busch had passed away this afternoon.
And you know, like you said, not everybody is into sports, let alone NASCAR. But to us, it was devastating because we are fans of his. I mean, we're pretty big fans of his.
We're part of Rowdy Nation.
Exactly.
And it blindsided everybody in the racing community because they're saying that he had a sinus infection and that the G forces had made that worse when they were racing at Watkins Glen a couple weeks ago, and the changes in elevation at that track kind of messed with his sinus issue. I don't know if that's
towards the end of the race. He was asking the doctors for a shot.
And he did race this past weekend
Yep.
in the All-Star race, and I don't know, it was kind of like I say, blindsided the entire racing community.
Mm-hmm.
A former Cup champion, because wow, what a kick! Wow, what a kick! What a kick in the gut!
It was. It's still I'm still in shock that.
So
41 years old. Way too
young.
young.
And all the more reason. 41 years old, all young. Yeah, he may have been feeling ill, but he went to the hospital and passed away. And so just another reminder to always tell the people around you that you love them, and don't miss that opportunity to do that, because none of us know.
Mm-hmm.
None of us know when our
time is
date
up.
will be behind that dash that we all are living right now. So
exactly.
Enough of the sad news, Red.
Right.
So as part of the America 250 Best of Wisconsin tour with Screech and Red, as promised, we are going to just check some things out in Wisconsin this summer. We know that we're going to be we're not going to be as busy as we normally are.
No, we're not.
This year, so we're going to have some time to just check some things out. And we thought, what a better way? You and I have not, we've traveled all over Wisconsin.
Oh, absolutely.
The past 6 years, we've been up and down every street in Wisconsin, just about.
Pretty much.
But there's a lot we haven't seen.
The only area we really haven't hit was La Crosse, and that part I couldn't care less if I really hit it.
It's a beautiful area.
I know, but it's liberal.
But we're not going to any of these places because they're
we're not.
Liberal or conservative. We're going to check out locations, Red. And
yeah, they used, if I remember correctly, when I was younger, they had the old style.
Yeah,
the 6-pack old style
what is
there.
now is City Beer, or it was anyway. I toured that facility about 2008, 2007. In any event, we are going to see some things in Wisconsin that we've probably driven by many times as we've traversed around the state, Red. And we had that opportunity last weekend, and we weren't going to kick this off until tomorrow, actually.
Right, but we were heading over to my own hometown, and you weren't, we got up way too early. We usually do when we go over there, and I could tell you were tired still, so I asked you to let me drive, and you did, and you took a nap until we got the rest of the way there, and it just hit me. I'm like, we're going over here to Menominee. Why don't we stop at the Devil's Punchbowl? Granted, we had a very busy day, but we somehow fit it in.
Well, and the timing of our visit to the Devil's Punchbowl was quite appropriate. It was
actually, yeah.
It was late afternoon as we approached dusk, which is when things begin to happen. And before I'm going to start a video, folks, and I'm not going to play the audio from that video, but I'm just going to leave it play, and you will see kind of as we're part of it. The beginning part is when we're driving into the location, and then you'll see some of the video of us going up and down the steps down into the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But as we talk about it, I'm just going to continue to leave the video play. You all right with that, Red?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know how good the audio was, to be honest, because I didn't get a chance to listen to it since.
Good evening, everyone. I am Screech.
And I am Red.
And we are a couple of podcasters. We do Tin Hat Thursday and we do We the People Wednesday, which can be heard on rippandrabbithole.com and seen on YouTube and Rumble. And we started Red as part of America's 250. We're going to check out some hidden gems in Wisconsin, right here in our home state. And you have a little bit of history where we're going. Red, why don't you tell them where we're going?
Okay, so we are on the west side of Wisconsin in Menominee, Wisconsin. It's actually where I grew up, and we came over for a visit. So I thought, you know what? Why don't we make this our first stop? Let's go to the Devil's Punchbowl. So, I mean, it has a awkward name, but...
And I had to do a little research, Red, because I don't know anything about the Devil's Punchbowl. It's a 3-acre geological formation. It really, basically what it is a 500 million year old sandstone formation with a natural amphitheater and a waterfall.
Yep.
But there's some urban legends, and that's really what intrigues me about where we're headed.
So, and I've had some experience, you know, from high school at night. And thankfully it's not nighttime because I probably would be freaking out now if we were going there.
But as you can see, the scenery is really cool.
It is.
And when we get to the location, and then we'll be walking. Correct, Red?
Yes. They've since put in some stairs so you can go down into the punch bowl.
So if you're in the Menominee area and you want to check this out, you can see this is a very scenic drive. Very hilly. There's some nice gentle curves. It would be a great place if you were on a motorcycle.
Yeah, and over there, you can't see it right from where I'm sitting, but is to the left of us is the Red Cedar River. And I used to go tubing down that river when I was in high school. So we are about a half a mile away.
So you can see there's some rolling farmland, you know, off to the right, and like Red said, to the left, the Red Cedar River.
Yeah. Now, before we get there, some of the urban legends, the myths are, I'll let you read that part because
it's known as
you know, when in high school we were told something completely different than what the Google searches will tell you. I will say at night we would see flashing lights down in the punch bowl, and there was only one way to get down there at that time, and that was where we were standing, and nobody went down there. So we were like, what are these lights flashing? And you read that.
So what I read was there's actually what they call a car curse. The urban legend will tell us this, that there's a car curse associated with the Devil's Punch Bowl, and that according to popular legend, if you joke about, and the creatures that we're talking about are tiny men or gnome-like men,
and pixies,
who run around in the moss and the undergrowth in this foresty area. And if you make fun of them or pick on them,
your car will not start to try to leave. And I can attest, that actually happened back in high school. Oh, good, we're not alone. Somebody else is here too. So here it is.
So we are arriving. There's this. So as you can see, there's this tiny little gravel parking lot that we're going to pull into. Apparently, the truck that's here already. Maybe he anticipates making fun of. Necessary because he backed in. Maybe he thinks he's going to need to jump.
Good point.
We're not going to because I'm not a big person on urban legends, but I'm not going to take a chance either. I'm not silly enough to do that.
No, and I promise you, it actually did happen back in high school. And we're like, okay, now we got to get home for curfew. How do we get home? The car won't start.
So when we get out, let's show them the billboard when we get out.
Yep. Hang on, let's get out.
But when I was in high
Oops,
school
sorry.
and we went there, I was always told
So
that
I'll
you
come
never
over
want to go down
here.
into the punch bowl because
Oops,
they
back up
used
here.
to do human sacrifices.
So let me sit down
And I
here
had
real
only
quick.
gone down there one time during the day.
So
And you
this
would
says
see
the
little
Devil's Punch Bowl
spots that
Scientific
would
Study
appear
Area.
to be
Visitors
something
are
like that.
asked to respect the punch
But
bowl's
that
wall
was
erected in
young
honor of the Dunn
high
County's
school boys who
pioneers
were
in
going down
preservation.
with the high school girls,
David Agnew,
hoping to scare
Dwight
them
Agnew,
Yep.
into
Herman
their arms,
Arneson,
because that's something I
Samuel
would have done
Black,
at 17,
James
try and scare
Egert,
the girls so they would
Mark Fry, or
I
I'm sorry,
always
Mark
made
Fay,
sure that I always
Doris
made
and
sure
Ed
none of
Laurie,
the people that we were
Larry
with
Lynch,
were down there.
Lou
So
and John
anybody that came
Russell,
in the cars,
Pete
they
Stoll,
were
Emma,
accounted
and
for.
Gerald
But
Tollin.
you know what I
So
wonder,
it's
Red, is
basically a
so
memorial
I'm a baby boomer.
sign
I'm at the end of
for this wall being
the
erected.
Gen Z.
And this wall was not like this. Oh, geez,
Your
you had to get your
generation
color
grew
hat
up
on.
with these things. My generation
It's America
grew up
250
with
that we're
these
celebrating.
things.
Good point.
I have
So
to
that wall
wonder
was not there when back in high
the
school.
Gen X.
So
So
that's
No,
new.
I'm
As you
Gen
can
X.
see,
I'm
the-
Gen X. I'm
this
Gen
is the
X.
sign
Gen
for the
Z,
Devil's Punch
you know,
Bowl.
or I'm not even
It
sure
is
where we're
open
at
to the
with these
public.
Here, I
generations.
gotta
I
zoom
mean,
up.
I would like to know if young
Okay, a
kids
little bit
attending
better.
high school
There we go.
today
It points out some
show
of the
us
wildlife
if
that you
they
might
wanna
see in
go
here.
places
Yeah,
like
I'll
this.
get a
You know,
little closer.
And then I'll just very
into
quickly
their
read this.
bones
The
and into
45-foot
games.
natural rock
Yep.
amphitheater and waterfall are the
They're
main
different. They
attraction
don't
at
go
this
up, we go, hey,
3-acre
guess what,
natural
we've got
area.
not
Exposed
one we all
rocks
wanna
date
show
back
over to.
515 million years,
The
and
nighttime
the area is
games that you
considered
could
an
say is
important
dark.
site for
Well, when we left
geological
the
study.
punch bowl,
The unnamed
we stopped
creek
at the gas
meanders through the
station that
deep
was
valley and
closest
enters
there,
the Red
and
Cedar
that's
River,
where a
which
lot of the
we
kids
talked
were
about on
heading
our way in,
for,
approximately a quarter
for
mile
their own time, because
downstream.
it's kind of
The property
one
has a
trip,
long history of
and
use
then
and
right
more
across the
than its
parking lot's
share
the
of
parking
lore
lot
and
of
legends,
Eerie.
including
So a lot of kids
gnomes,
were hanging out
ghosts,
there.
and other
So, you know,
strange
you brought up
phenomena.
the fact that
See, we
And
weren't lying.
so the gnomes, and again, we are not going to poke fun at the gnomes
No, absolutely not.
in any way, shape, or form.
And
We're going to
you know,
respect
the
the urban
closest I would
legend
get,
on
you'll
this one.
probably see
But
Oh, there's the
um,
skunk
well, this
cabbage.
sign is,
there are people,
you
and
had
and
two
Red
sets of stairs to go down. We went down
said
the wrong set
this
the
is the
first
one.
time, but that's
No,
about as
keep
far
going.
as we would go as,
When
or
she
I
was
would
in
go
school,
as a
she
teenager.
talks
But right
about the
behind that
orbs
is, there's a fence
that they
now.
Hey,
would
Jana.
see.
There, you could drop
So,
off there. So that's why,
without
probably
further
why that
ado,
was
shall
there.
we
Well,
dis-
hang on.
The fence
Hold
was
this
never
really
there
quick.
before.
I'm sure.
I have to do
So
something really
we
quick.
should tell people if you bit, and I would
Whoa,
highly recommend that
she's
people
going for the
go
car keys
check this
Absolutely.
out
I forgot.
in my
because
pocket.
it's pretty cool.
So
And
this
absolutely
area,
gorgeous.
I'm really looking
And
forward
if you're
to
going
just
late, we're installed.
so
We're installed.
so we
Those are all new.
so it's very safe. They do warn you certain times of the year, or maybe during rainy periods, some of the rocks and steps. We're in a forest, so they can become slippery. So if you come out here, just be conscious of the ground, as it may be slippery and a bit hazardous.
And just so you know,
And
the stairs are the first
we
set
have
that we
had
went down and went
we
back
have
up,
had a lot of
and it
rain.
was the wrong set that didn't get you to the
So
actual
if you
punch
see
bowl.
any
It was just kinda the-
gnome-like short
where
men
the water
scurrying
falls.
through the undergrowth here,
Now, keep in mind, the water, there's
please
like
do
a
not
river
send
that
up a laughing emoji, because we are going to respect
springs
that legend.
feed this little cement.
So-
They have it's almost
So
looks
Red,
like sewer.
is this
like a
then
culvert
what's
that
out in front of the
directly in
camera?
water to
Is that
And
the
I was
Devil's
so
Punch Bowl
disappointed
right
through
there?
the
Yes,
So
community. I
and the
wish
steps don't go down all the way anymore.
these would burn, but
so
We
I was a kid too,
all the
so
way down there.
well, I think we might still be able to. Maybe there's another set of steps somewhere,
we're
Red.
just kind of explaining where
so,
we're at.
so the
But
amount
this
of
is,
water flowing over the
they call
waterfalls
this
can
a
vary from
sandstone
the time of year
amphitheater.
seen in the
I'm not sure where that leads to.
That's another trail.
That's a man-made tunnel. We're not going to go down there. I'm not going to go over the barrier.
Research, and I was not able to find where the water originates. But what I can tell you, there's some interesting facts about the Devil's Punch Bowl, and some of it is urban legend.
It's a
and
long way
why
down,
it's not
folks.
there.
Yep, I know. You
I'm not
tried
a
to bring a bottle with us.
Great
but
judge of.
But
It wouldn't have mattered.
Of
There
height?
wasn't enough water.
But
Are they down there? Oh no,
they
they're on the
claim
edge.
that there's something magical about the water that you find in the
So you
Punch
can
Bowl.
see a young couple over there.
Water is
Now, so there are some what they
all
call
kinds of
caves in
But
this
the interesting
sandstone,
thing that I read
and if I
from
can
many different
scroll
sources,
in,
including
Oh, on
There
the
you go.
board.
So you see those little crevices, and the legend also says that you can sometimes hear moans and even.
Just be specific. It could be a plastic, could be, you know, one of those thermals. It didn't matter.
They claim that no matter where you
And
put that in
usually
your car,
there's a
with the
waterfall
windows up,
going,
and that
but
water will remain
I think it's
cold.
kind of dried up.
And we
So
wanted
It's
to-
interesting because we're just obviously spring here in Wisconsin, so we've had our snow melt, and we have had quite a bit of rain in recent weeks. So it surprises me a bit that
There's some magical
that we're not seeing a little more water down there at the bottom. I would say we're a good
even after you put it in your car.
75 feet up.
I wish
Oh,
it
there's
was
so
We
how do
went the
we?
wrong direction.
So do we
You
go
were gonna
back?
try
Yeah,
to
we
get
can.
what- and when
Otherwise,
we
I have a
get
little
actually
bench
into
over
the
there.
Yeah, so
Punchbowl,
we'll
we'll
just-
see what water
so-
was actually flowing
Oh, the
in
other
there,
thing
which
about this, and
wasn't
I'm not
really
sure where we
flowing
find
per
the
se.
spring water. We
You
forgot to
almost
bring a
took that
bottle
stuff,
of
I'm
red.
like, that's pretty
I,
filthy.
the waterfall's not going, then I think that's where you're talking about getting the water.
Where's the water?
Yeah.
Oh
I
no.
mean, it really was. You could hear it running
There's one.
or trickling.
We just kind of walked over.
So they say there are some interesting
So there's heavy underbrush, which is one of
facts
the
about the spring water that feeds the Devil's Punch Bowl. That the water is extremely cold, and they said the interesting thing is that when you
No, I didn't.
put some of that spring water in a bottle,
Right.
It will
it,
remain
it will
cold.
it will
When
maintain
we were in
that
high
very
school,
cold
you know,
temperature
Like I said, we would all
uh,
go there, and you know, it wasn't like
beyond
a lot
what
of
would
us,
be
it maybe
normal
did it the
for a
most.
chilled bottled water to maintain.
We would all kind of just be around.
They
like a
said
little
sometimes
bonfire,
even up
'cause
to
they do have a little picnic
weeks.
area. It's not like it was before.
If I had a
now
way,
it's just kind of mowed over,
Oh, there's
but
the stairs are right over there.
yeah,
have
we're gonna
like a little bonfire
work our
there.
way over to the stairs that
And
will take us to the
we would all
allow
make
us
sure,
to
well, I would make
descend
sure that I seen
into
everybody just
the
right
Devil's
there.
Punch Bowl.
But you would hear weird noises, and I'm not talking like
Now
a
they
waterfall
do have
but
this fenced in
it would
area,
sound
so
like,
it does
little
prevent someone from
screeches,
falling
you know,
off the edge here,
unintended.
which would be
little screeches
tragic.
here and there.
did you hear the
absolutely it would.
screeches when you were?
Yes.
so you-
But-
because-
but
Those
here
were
again, you
weird
can-
noises. That's why I stopped.
Right, you
when
see
we were
how it's a
doing
little
this
darker
video,
there?
because I
There
was
used to be a
like, what was
waterfall
that?
there,
You didn't hear it?
and when we
No,
get
I
down
didn't.
in there, you'll
Okay.
be able to see it probably a
heard
little
it.
bit
All right,
better.
well let's
But
check it
I
out,
would
Red.
always kind of look over towards that area because I'm
So do we
finding
have
out
to
about
enter from the other
legends
side?
that they told me
We
back
gotta go
then.
back up and
Oh
over.
boy, oh
Or
boy.
there's going to be some freak coming out and trying to harm us or something.
And these
But I would look
also
over, and every once in a
are
while,
known
you would
for
see
good hiking trails
like
as well.
it was like a pair of
Down
eyes
the
because they were
right
close together. They weren't like fireflies where they're kind of bouncing all over the place.
So it looks like that's our
But there would
waterfall
be,
at
like,
this
little
point.
flashes of quick lights, like
Uh,
somebody was blinking.
But as you can see, the water is trickling down. So on a heavy waterfall, if we were at the bottom of the punch bowl, we would see the water
Well, and I
rolling
didn't know
over
anything
this.
about the orbs back then either.
Orbs are very sporadic and they float around.
That
and
first step
I
was a
can tell you
doozy.
this from my ghost hunting days in Vegas, Fred.
Yeah.
That
Now,
there are
obviously, this area is not
that
handicap
are spirits
accessible.
in and around
If
us.
you were to come
You
here,
see them, especially with-
expect to do
When you take
some
a
stairs.
and you can see the orbs. And I did, there were
Yeah, I'm probably huffing and puffing.
in Las Vegas where people were serious ghost hunting, taking
Yeah, because we don't do exercise.
We don't do exercise. Here, Red, you want to hold the camera for?
Yep. So we'll go down this way, and I hope they don't mind being on TikTok.
I didn't really think I was a serious ghost hunter. I was
No,
a
you
tour
were
guide.
pretty
Oh,
skeptical,
I
actually.
was a tour guide, but
Hang on.
there are people who believe that those
There we
orbs
go.
that you
Let's start
you
that.
saw like what you believe to be eyes.
Right.
Other people report seeing a lot of orbs floating.
Hello.
We're just
Right.
gonna leave that way.
Okay. Take a quick break,
Take a quick break.
All right.
Steep stairway.
and we'll come back to
These steps are
About Harry Wade,
much
my
better than what
shirt
the other ones are.
I realized that all the while that we're doing this, Red, that nobody can see.
Still a lot of steps, but
Just a little bit.
I'm not used to
So
climbing.
the address
Start
is-
climbing stairs.
We have to talk about the letter writing campaign. We're asking people to write letters to the Honorable Judge Daniel Johnson, who was the judge presiding over Harry Wade's trial, and now the sentencing phase.
Now,
Scheduled to sentence Harry on the 2nd.
Correct.
We're asking people to send their letters to Judge Johnson.
Oh, why don't you do that?
To grant
You're the one that likes
the
marathons.
new trial that motion has been filed for a new trial, so we're asking either that he
Oh.
grant Harry a new trial,
Or lenient.
So imagine if we were
he shows leniency in his
Yes.
sentencing.
at dusk when you begin to report those that have seen that.
Put together by Tim Ramsden, joined us in putting that list together of factual items that you
All right, finally.
letter. We're asking for handwritten.
So
Red,
it's
where is that
8:19
PDF
p.m.
available?
It is available on Harry's Army Facebook page,
The cup.
Signal page, Telegram page, and also on Harry's Army 2026 X or Twitter page.
Okay, so there's a
And if you can't find it,
Go down a
reach
little
out
more.
to one of us, or well, reach out to Screech or Scott.
I don't want to get too
I
far.
can get it to you, but we're asking for handwritten letters, and folks, they are being recorded as part of the proceedings.
Mhm.
They're in CCAP, not to be seen publicly. Nobody
Are
can see
they?
them.
No,
We've had the opportunity to see a couple that were written where people sent them in and also CC'd us, so we've seen a couple.
So,
and we just got one more today, and it was a very
Powerful-
well written, powerful.
powerful letters.
Yes, so
talking
thank
about
you for sharing that with us.
Personal experiences with Eerie, along with
Describing who
details
he
of
is.
the
I am
case,
feeling-
why you think
Right.
he
and I hope that's not too
is
wet.
deserving of leniency for a new trial.
There we go.
Powerful letters, and like I said
Oh,
last
what the
night,
world is that?
unless Judge Johnson just doesn't have a heart,
Looks
I
like a
don't know how
mushroom.
he could not be impacted by those letters.
So,
They just
why don't you
were
come down here?
powerful. So keep the letters coming. We have until the
Yeah,
sentencing is
go
scheduled for June
jump
2nd. They
the
have
rocks
to be
here.
in.
So
We're
that's normally where the water
the
falls.
30th of May.
You
no
can
later
kind of
than
hear it
that,
trickling a little bit.
so that he has an opportunity to sit and read those before the sentencing.
Correct.
No, just got to jump over the rocks.
Music stopped, so no,
Oh.
the music started again. Magical. Maybe it's some of that magical water. Maybe I did bring some of that
There
back.
is
Red, so
bunch of
Either that
water.
or else the gnomes follow again.
that's
Gnomes,
about all
trolls,
we
and
have. We're
fairies.
going to continue the.
But yeah, those are the
Best of
steps that we
Wisconsin
first went
video
down.
tour, and
Oh, here, maybe I better zoom in so you can try to zoom in. So those are the first steps that we went down.
So let's walk toward that.
Hang on 1 second, I'm
Mr.
zooming
Harry
out.
Wade himself,
Yes.
and that
Now
one,
it's
I'm
going to
excited
start getting
that
a little
Harry's gonna be part of
muddy.
the official kickoff to the best of.
Yeah, this
And be a
one,
part
the
of
So
that.
if I
did it
fall,
Saturday was just
I guess
spur of the
I'll
moment.
be dirty for the ride home.
That next week, I think.
Correct. Yep.
One of the
And
shows,
I
it won't be-
think this
it
is
won't
like
be an
4
entire
hours
episode
now.
every time we go
So-
somewhere. But we'll report
Let's-
on it.
let's-
Choice pictures.
Here,
Good. I'll follow you.
Point out another spot
Okay,
in Wisconsin that you can
let's
stop
go
and
right up
visit.
there.
Other than that, AJ the Rippin' Rabbit will be live with Rippin' Rabbit Go Live tomorrow night.
8 p.m.
p.m.
Central,
Little
And
and
horrible.
as always on Fridays.
Because I think
And
if we
then
get
the
a-
2 or more gathering in the backstage only at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday. Every Sunday at 10:30 a.m.
even though we don't have like
And then we'll be back next Wednesday at 8 p.m.
right.
with
And,
We the People
and if you
Wednesday.
have any suggestions on where Red and I can travel,
Yes.
doesn't matter where it is. Best burger, best pizza.
So let's do
Best
I
landscape.
think I might mind on food. Best pizza.
I know.
Street is now through the sandstone
Well, and we
and
have
from that area
suggestions to
above.
go to,
We are at
Idaho.
the Devil's
So,
Punchbowl
you know,
in Menominee,
any
Wisconsin,
hidden
which
gems
is
in Wisconsin.
on the west side of Wisconsin, or west side of Wisconsin. If anybody knows where Eau Claire,
Of cool places that you can see.
It
So let's just go back and talk to
minutes
Red about the-
Eau Claire.
As you can see,
This is
and-
actually where
Now, I was going to say
the town
about
that I grew up in.
The flashing lights. Now we're into the
So then, like
Punchbowl
it said at
itself,
the
and I
beginning,
heard
Red,
that
the
we were
water
live
the
on
water that's
TikTok
coming
time.
down
And
here,
I was
Mhm.
told that
and we only
the
It's
video's a little jumpy
going through,
here
but you can see
because
it's still
there
flowing
is no
despite
signal really there. So I'm surprised it recorded as
quarter
best
mile from
as it
here.
did.
If you were to follow this for a quarter mile, you would
When
see
we
where
would
this
see
then
those
drains
flashing
into the
lights,
Red Cedar River.
You know,
Correct.
every once in a while when we would, get hop
I wish
into
the
it,
water flow was going because
and there
it's
would
really
always be
beautiful.
at least one vehicle
It's actually very
that would
peaceful
not
out here,
start.
Red.
It
And we
is,
never knew why.
unless it's
And I
nighttime.
can tell you why. You heard a different
yes.
story, maybe, but I
Trust
can tell
me.
you why.
Well, no, we
I
didn't hear a story. We
So,
just,
Just freaked out
this
you know,
is
back in
why
high
did it not
school
start?
I can't back any
because
of this up, folks,
we
because
would
I
be
didn't see
standing up
it.
there
But
like in the
the
parking
urban
lot where
legend at
we
the
first
Devil's Punchbowl
came in.
is that there are gnomes,
Would never
fairies,
come here
and trolls,
tonight.
that inhabit
There we go.
the
The
underbrush
underbrush, yep,
in
Hang on, I gotta
the
hop a
Devil's
little bit. There we go.
Punchbowl.
Punchbowl.
And I know,
but we would look
zoomed
down
in
here.
as much as I could,
And we
and it
would-
looks almost like little crevices.
We would
and
literally see
caves
those
or
flashing.
whatnot,
What at the time I thought they were eyes
on the walls.
because they were like really
I don't-
tiny
I don't
little
think I've
flashes of
zoomed in
light.
yet.
Let's just
Oh,
get
you
up
got
here
my
so we
bad
can look
side.
kind of where
Well,
this
you had to
little
come
river
from me
meanders.
because it was muddy and we were trying to not slip and fall on the rocks and the slippery mud.
Don't
So
worry, don't worry.
We're
you guys
hopping
do
over a
stuff
bunch
like
of
this.
no,
water here.
where you're hiking
Or
shoes
what?
something.
Like
Sure
you
said,
said, don't
this
worry
was
if they get a
just-
little muddy because this is
We're the only
sloppy
back
at the
here.
bottom of
Now
street.
that wouldn't always be the case.
Wetzel said
There's
his
really
family
mud there.
gnomes
Muddy over that way.
Gnomes
Go
and
ahead.
trolls. Well, anyway, so the local legend, Red, is
Ugh.
that these gnomes
Can you get over that way?
fairies who inhabit the underbrush and run around in there. And there are some people who claim to have seen these. I wasn't able to find any pictures
Rock.
that anybody took of any. I think what we should do is take a gnome up there and just
And there's some more.
set it, take a picture.
This
but
this is
So you're showing
this
the
is the
sand.
kind
showing
of
the
stone that we're
a
seeing.
sample of the
Yep.
sandstone
All of
from
this
people
sand
500 million
you
years
can
old.
see how the
Right.
over years, and I think the number was some of these rocks are 515 million years old.
Correct.
Take your kids and
That's
show 'em this and
incredible.
show 'em what water
And when you
erosion
think
does,
about-
because it's absolutely gorgeous
It is.
in there. And those crevices that you see that were all formed from water erosion.
Rocks involved. That was all done.
Water
by-
and glaciers. Back when the glaciers
One of the places where it's
came through.
But
Let's
it,
see.
as we're walking down
Looks
this
like
way,
dry
we're
land
heading
there.
towards
There we go.
the Red Cedar River. We never made it all the way
Go a
down
little
there because we were
further.
told that we kept cutting out. So I looked at how
And-
many
Okay.
bars we had, and we had to turn around and
And
go
we
back.
So you can
live.
see that it goes
I
down.
would recommend don't
quite a
go
ways.
live if you're down in the Punchbowl.
You know, we should have brought our
social media
flashlights.
because
Well, we have our phones.
the mobile service is pretty spotty.
It is cold.
At best when you get down in the
Checking it out.
Punchbowl.
But you know, now we know why
Excuse
maybe,
me.
or maybe why we had such bad service, because maybe those gnomes and trolls didn't want us to.
Rod, maybe,
Right, you can hear
maybe they were
They didn't
running-
wanna be on
maybe they
camera.
were running around. Maybe
the
I
different
should
sounds.
break
Well, the
this video
sounds were
down and
more
see
so
if we
back
see
there.
any Gnomes or trolls, but the legend is, Red, that if you go here and you know that
That was
The gnomes.
the gnomes and the fairies exist,
And
or
the
you
trolls,
see
yep.
one, if you make fun of them at all, if you just poke fun of them,
Yep.
your
Your vehicle
vehicle may
won't
not
start.
start.
rolling.
So don't make fun of them,
if
just in
and if
case.
it does start, it may stall down the road.
Beautiful. I
Well,
wish
that
there were
is
more
the
water
legend,
flowing.
And I'm not
I
overly
agree. Well,
superstitious.
that tree looks like it's about ready to come
Like if
down.
you look right above you, Red, to the
Make
right,
my
the root.
rendering our car undrivable.
Yeah.
But I'm not
You see
silly
it's
enough to
grown
take that
out.
chance. So
Right.
And back
you and
in.
I do not make fun of trolls, because I told you if you
Really?
make fun of a troll and the car doesn't run, you're
Over
walking for
well,
help.
And I don't know if
Your-
you can see those little crevices there.
the address.
Those are just some of the little.
So, because I see somebody said,
But
they
that's what I
mentioned-
was trying to zoom in on, because if there's a troll or a gnome there, I would assume they'd be hiding in that area. Because some
Well,
of I had the brush over top.
And,
you know.
and there wasn't a lot of underbrush at this point in the year. There wasn't a lot of
No.
growth there for them to be hiding in. But you referenced, you recall hearing noises
put it on the
Right.
video.
when you were younger, and
But-
I didn't hear any when we were there.
Mm-mm.
I'm not saying that they didn't exist.
Uh,
My hearing is shot, as you know, because
Well, maybe not the best.
the
but-
volume of the TV is pretty loud in our home. We do have,
One.
but
And And at this time, at this point, we are the only two people here.
Yep.
Because
And
there
Menominee
was two
was
people when we
me
first got
and-
there, but they left. And we were the only two people there, well, almost the whole time. Just a little bit at the beginning and as we were leaving.
There may have been girls in here with gnomes, though.
Like,
with
Maybe,
us.
I don't know.
But you talked about the noises that you made were called
come
screaming.
down. I was never brave enough,
Sometimes
but they will.
Actually went in it. It wasn't until probably my early 20s before I finally went down in there during the daytime.
the folks, along with the video, I think the video is still playing.
It's kind of skipping right now.
I am going to put up a still picture so that you don't think, because you haven't seen anything that resembles a waterfall when we were there, because there just wasn't water flowing. Very little.
Well, I know we did
There was a
kind of
trickle.
try to show it when we were there and getting ready to leave, but
Should you
but
be
it was
able
just
to
a
come
trickle
out here
like
and
that, and
explore?
the still picture that you see on the left on the screen right now is
This
was
yeah.
last summer. Actually, that one was dated last summer.
right.
And so you can see there is actually
Man-like
water flowing
that are
at least at
going
some
through this
of the year.
the
Yep,
underbrush
and it
here.
would be to the left of those
We're living
stairs.
beneath these
I think
stairs.
we pan over on it.
Oh, now you want me to go up the stairs?
It's for anybody who wanted to go here, Red. It's
Oh,
very.
can't understand. We'll repeat it when we get up
I
here.
mean, it would
The signal should be
difficult
better.
unless you were like having a picnic lunch, or I guess if you were really deep into exploring some of these areas, we could have walked all the way to the Red
Bear
Sea
this
River.
because there's a lot of stairs.
You could.
We're
take a
definitely
look,
not
but I
not
think
athletic.
it's something that for a normal
Speak for
fan
yourself.
that just wants
Oh,
to check it
please.
out, I think if you allowed
Okay,
yourself
I'm
a
not
couple of hours
athletic.
time,
How about
I think
that?
if you're traveling through the
Oh,
area,
absolutely.
I survived.
And you know, the first step,
Barely.
well, first step going up or the last
Yeah,
step going down.
He survived the
be very
5K.
careful because it's a doozy. It's not like the rest of the steps. It's like bam. So you gotta
Yes.
be careful with that last step. But of course, we're both not fit people,
Okay.
so it took us a while to get back
speak
up
for
all these
yourself, Red.
steps.
Speak for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, you ran the marathon.
I know. I need to exercise now.
But yeah, so
Can you understand
this
us
is
a
the
little bit
second
better?
step that actually
So
go down
what I was saying was,
and out of
should you dare to
the
come
hole,
out and
as you
explore the
can see a
Devil's Punch
little
Bowl?
bit, those little crevices
Number one,
again.
depending on the
I
time
don't
of
know
day
if
you come,
zoomed in at that point.
Yeah, we're both out of breath. Sorry.
I would
Oh, guess I
recommend
had
bringing
the
a
camera then,
flashlight
sorry.
Definitely.
because it is going to get dark in here very quickly now.
No, that's okay.
And don't poke
Um,
fun.
I gotta look at that a little bit
Oh,
closer. I think
it's
that's
not
Fairies and tiny men that run around the
That's
underbrush.
But other than bug spray
Oh, it's back to one bar.
Okay,
and
let's go up.
a decent shoe for walking around, and maybe a flashlight depending on what time of the day you're going to be there.
right.
I think if you
I mean, I had my phone flashlight,
anywhere
so
near dusk,
The bars are
have-
going
have a
up,
flashlight
so I'm
with
not
you
sure if you
because the terrain can be very
understand
slippery
us yet.
mhm.
whether
Especially
it's
with
the,
those rocks.
the steps are in really good shape.
But as you can see in the picture on the left, it's not like, okay, yeah, you have the waterfall, but it's not like an overabundance
Well, the other
of
people
water,
left,
you
so
can still
they
go
must
down
not
in
have poked
there.
fun.
And I wish it wouldn't have been skipping so much
So-
because then you could have seen, you know, the rocks that we were trying to go over. And you can still technically
let me
go
zoom
over
back
those
out.
rocks.
So
It's-
this is
it's not
the
like a
entrance to the
river flows
stairs.
through there.
It will
It's
take you
just a
down
slow trickle.
about 100
But
steps.
but now I did.
Did you
see
count 'em?
a picture.
I lost track, but about 100
Actually, a lot of water.
down to the bottom of the
going
Devil's
through it.
Punch Bowl.
So again, I think it depends on
Oh,
Yeah.
yep, she's here.
how much rain
What?
you've had.
She can hear us.
It's a
That's
absolutely
the
beautiful
fence that
area.
kind of goes around the perimeter.
I would highly recommend if you're coming at this time of the day
the edge down
to bring a
into the-
flashlight along
Whoops.
Yeah, the
because
devil-
the footing can
Yeah,
be
because-
treacherous.
When you do get over
Once
there,
you're off
you
the
have
steps.
the slippery leaves that have fallen. It's not
And
like somebody goes
the
out and
amount
breaks
of
them
rain
away.
or spring water that's coming down that waterfall
You know,
could
the
Oh, yeah, the
sandstone
waterfall's over
will
there.
certainly
crumble
change
when
how
you're
slippery
up
it
at the
is.
top there and kind
at
of
the
looking
bottom.
over. So
And
you
it's
have to
getting
be
kinda
careful
dark
not
down
to
there,
ride it through the
so-
fence.
No matter
So
if
they
I
would
zoom
have
in or
to-
not,
Fred, the parent in me came out.
It's
on-
hard to
on
see it.
when we were there on Saturday because
on camera.
A couple that was there when we got there,
But
and I would say
it is a
one
beautiful
probably,
place.
and
Yeah.
they had
Brings
come
back
up
a lot of
over the
memories.
barriers,
Yep, they
and
did.
were like,
It's worth it for people to come out here and explore a hidden gem like
They were up
this.
by those
Right
some of
now,
those crevices.
I wanted to scold
there
them
is
like
no
a-
mosquitoes,
like
but it is
a
May.
father or grandfather
I will say during the summer though, when it gets really muggy, definitely
If I
bring.
remember correctly, you did
bug
tell 'em,
spray.
hey, be careful over there.
You will need it.
a visit
Trust me.
to the doctor.
Mm-mm.
You will get bit up
And
quite a
then,
bit.
you know, some people
So,
came
so
out
Red, this was
with their
interesting
our
for
camper,
me to see.
truck with their camper.
You told
as
me
we were
stories
getting in the
about
car to leave. So
about having come out
but they
here
were
as
smart and they put
when
on
you
their
were
jeans and their
teens.
hiking
Yep.
boots before they actually went
so
out.
to see it firsthand, it really is
They
a
went into the camper to quick
a
change clothes and get
incredible
back out
area. And
went
You know what,
hiking.
let's turn the camera around.
when you think about the
So I guess I don't know on a scale of 1 to 10,
Well,
Red,
well,
where would you rate the Devil's
this area,
Oh boy, that's a
it's
tough
just
one.
a little mind-boggling to me.
I mean,
Okay, I thought I
That's part of what we
maybe
have to do, Red,
I know.
could turn it. I don't know
I
how to
would
turn it
say
around once we're
probably
live.
an 8
All right.
because
and I was going to say a 7. So we're
well, I
right.
was actually going to say 7.
I could just turn the camera.
And again, we,
But no,
we
it is
could
a
have
gorgeous area.
we could have followed that creek bed all the way down to the Red Cedar River.
There's, like
Well, I
said,
can't do it that way because then I won't be able to see
trail
us.
goes the one way that we
So-
did until our signal went.
This was a nice kickoff for me,
And then those
I
steps
think,
in front
to
of right in
start
front
our
there,
America
that's the
250
ones that you couldn't actually
tour of
get
Wisconsin
into the
to
Punchbowl.
see.
I'm
what's out there.
being asked where are we at?
So you could go
We are at the
down
Punch
in,
Bowl,
or
the
you could
Devil's
go
Punch
around
Bowl.
it.
The
And then
Devil's
if-
Punch Bowl in
Last
Menominee,
will
Wisconsin.
get you to
We're a
where the
couple
surface
miles
water,
outside of town.
the very top of
It
the
is
water.
clearly
Yeah,
marked
and I
on
can
the
remember
roads. There are
us going
signs
down
that will
over
tell you
there.
how to get here.
And that's how
Yeah,
you
I
spell
can't remember
Menominee.
saying what town it's in, and
So
then
Menominee,
you'll
Wisconsin.
see the
This is
website on
the
that.
town that I grew up in.
But
Why
we
don't
did
you
go down those
get
steps
this?
up
Because you
again.
Oh yeah,
Just
contact
there is a
information.
contact
Show
phone
you
number and a
where the
website
water
that you can check
would
out
come out
that can provide some more
and where it goes
information.
down.
So there's the phone number,
So you can go,
and
around it, like
there's
I
the
said.
website.
but if you go down into it, we went to the left,
landmarkwi.org.
and that goes to the Red Cedar
O-R-G.
River.
And
And
here
there's
here
the hiking
again,
trail there.
410th
But if you go to
Street,
the right,
Rustic
it's-
Road,
you can't go very
89.
far because
That's
where
the
waterfall would
address.
be coming down. But there is a wide space that you
And
could
just for the people that
hike
just
over that way a
jumped
little
in,
bit. But
describe
go
this
into
place
that
again.
little-
So the Devil's Punch Bowl is
what we call
an
it,
area. The rocks, the sandstone rocks, are some are estimated to be 515 million years old.
But
It's a deep valley, and I counted about 100 steps to get to the bottom. It might be more than give or take 20,
and you can hike
because I can only count so high.
That we're not physically fit
Yep.
by any means,
There's
and
there's a
ran out of
there's a
breath.
waterfall here, and very
more appropriately.
Let me see if
very
I can-
little
So I can really crawl
flow
down
right now on the waterfall.
and I want to flash right along, and I want to be there at dusk.
Is that
Right.
okay? That's pain. You know what? I can see the waterfall a little bit on these steps. So hang on.
If I see a gnome, control,
Which there's supposed to be a waterfall.
Obviously, when the water is flowing,
I just can't afford
it's a
to
very beautiful sight
vehicle repairs.
Right.
when the water is flowing heavily.
To drive,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
What are you listening for, Red?
I thought I heard something.
The interesting thing, so they refer to this as a sandstone amphitheater.
Down the road.
And as if you weren't able to see before, and I don't know if you can see them how well, but there are little cracks and crevices in the sandstone
Let me zoom in a little bit.
off in
again.
the distance, and those areas that look like entrances to caves. The urban legend is that when you get near those, you can hear moan or
the
sound of music even.
getting a little thick, and it was starting to get a
There's several urban legends associated with
so you couldn't really see.
the Devil's Punch Bowl. The other is that the water, that is spring-fed water
Let me go down one more
that
step.
flows through the Punch Bowl,
I believe it's
is very, very cold.
Yep, there's
And they claim that if you take a bottle and bottle some of this spring water, it will maintain
pretty much up
that
where
very
the water
cold
would
temperature
come out, or the
and can do so up to a couple weeks. Now,
thing.
get a bottle of the water.
Okay, so let me. I think I'm zoomed out enough. So this right here should be the waterfall,
I would give it a solid
but
7.
there's
Someone who
obviously
just
not
wants
enough water going
Graffiti. That's
right
the
now, but
culvert
that's
that
where
you
it
could
comes
walk
out.
through
And then it would
if
go
the water's not
down
flowing too
here.
much,
So
but
we're on
as you
top
can
of
see,
it.
it wasn't really flowing.
And then from here, it will,
And
the
it's
the
not
water
that
will
long of a
flow about a
river.
quarter of a
It's just
mile, where then it
basically
will
the other
enter
side of
the
road
Red
to the
Cedar
end of
River.
the road.
The one other urban legend that I think is, actually there's two. One is that at dusk, people will come out here and they claim to see orbs in the sky or in the air.
You'll see a gnome, a fairy, or a troll.
And I haven't seen any orbs,
Or the orb.
and we're getting
If
to be
you
that
stay
dusk
there,
time.
And that's what
No, but I
wanna do.
heard
I wanna-
something over that
I'm
way.
gonna pull out some of my
There's
other-
nobody here.
from my-
It's
back
only
in
us
my
two.
days in Vegas,
The other
where I-
urban legend
and
is that there are tiny
we'll start talking
gnome-like
spirits,
or
spirits,
fairy
orbs,
small
actually spirits.
men
We'll have to
who
do more
inhabit
research,
the
because
Devil's
like I
Punch
said,
Bowl,
I
and
did
they
not know
scurry
much about
around
the fairies and
in the
trolls.
undergrowth.
Or
And
the
legend
orbs.
has it that if you make
But,
fun
um,
of
find
these
out,
gnomes, and we're not going to, we're going to
exactly what
respect the urban
tribe
legend.
used
Yes,
to
because we have a
use
4-hour drive home.
Punchbowl. Okay.
Legend is that if you make fun of them or mock them, that you could encounter problems with your automobile, either it not starting here or having problems after you leave here. So we don't want to risk, we're not willing to roll the dice on that one.
No, because like I said, back in high school, when we would come here, we would have those problems with not being able to start our vehicle. And I am not kidding you. I used to come here much, much later at night, so you couldn't see anything. And so we would be up here in the parking lot. Nobody that I was with at night
Okay, so
would go down
we
there.
were talking, so I didn't want
But
to
if we would come over to the fence,
You're seeing our
we
cars
would
sitting
see
there.
little
If you
flashes
were
every
to
now
look
and again.
past that,
And I
that's
thought,
where
well, maybe it's
the area
just
used to be.
lightning bugs.
So
Nope,
that's where
it
we
was
would
not
have,
lightning
our
bugs,
little bonfires and stuff.
because lightning bugs
So they
flash
don't have
different,
any of that anymore.
and they're different size, shape, whatever.
So I don't
So
know
if you're
they-
considering coming out here to the Devil's Punch Bowl, I will point a few things. There are fences along the perimeter at the
Well,
top
it was a
Yep.
picnic
that prevent
area. It had, like,
falls
the,
down, which is
um,
important because
Very.
the terrain can be a little
like you
slippery
see
up
at a
here.
park and stuff.
It's
And
not. It's not.
45 foot.
We
Yep.
would have
So
a fire.
there's it's
So, Red,
45
that was our first experience on the
feet down.
the inaugural run of the America 250
So
Best
um,
of Wisconsin.
It's not
Punch Bowl,
handicap accessible.
Wisconsin.
No, definitely.
Wear
It was
good
just the
shoes
last
if you're
minute
going
thing,
to
nothing
traverse
done.
to the bottom.
I did not.
Flowers.
So see, 515 years
Yep,
for the
515
rocks
million
dating back
years.
to
Yeah, I know
515 million
there's
years
some
old.
informational boards like this that sit out there that allow you to
So
learn a little bit about the
Yeah.
area.
Mhm.
it brings back a lot of memories being here, but
City of Menominee.
Yep.
And there are some
I mean,
fun
back then I was told a different myth, and I don't know that I want to get into that one because it's kind of grotesque. And that's why it makes me nervous to be here.
And then we could have
Maybe
went
that
to
was
the-
just
well, they changed it
told
into,
to
I
me to
believe
get
it was the
me
stout,
Worried.
'cause, you know, you have the
It
college,
is
you have your
interesting,
stout.
isn't it?
I don't remember what they have.
So
it
again, I
as
think
now,
for people
but
who
it
aren't
used to be a
from Wisconsin,
naval
or maybe you
teacher
live in
museum.
rolling farmland where that's
I had
all you
never been
see.
in there.
Mm-hmm.
There are
but
areas like
back
this
in
in
the day,
Wisconsin, and we
rumor
know of waterfalls in
that
northern
if you go
Wisconsin,
in
but
there,
Mm-hmm.
right here,
into the
just you know,
basement,
on the
there was a tunnel
outside of Eau
that
Claire,
would
you know,
be
along
like the
the
Underground
Mississippi is
Railroad,
only a stone's
where
throw
it
away.
would-
Yep.
Well, a
they
little
would
more
get
than that.
It's
but,
about an
from
hour away,
one
actually.
side of the
but,
lake,
you know,
Lake
between-
He's not from over here, so he doesn't know.
and we've got the
obviously
Chippewa
they don't
River. I
have
mean,
that
there's several rivers that
I've
come
never
through here,
gone in
including
that
the Red
building,
Cedar, and
but
and
it's
this
no
is
longer a
all
museum.
hilly. It would
So
be
I
a
don't
great
even know
place
we
if
could
you
get
had a
into
motorcycle to
Not a museum anymore?
No.
ride up here on your
No,
bike.
it is part of
Absolutely.
Scout.
You know, and back in the day where those rocks are, on the other side of that, they had like a little picnic area, so people would come up here and picnic. But I see that picnic area is gone.
Unless there's something
Mm-hmm.
more. that
So
happens.
this is the
Right.
Devil's
In
Punch Bowl.
this case,
What's that?
we needed a break from
Hang on, I just
politics
caught a
because
sign.
we
What
talk
is that one?
politics all the time.
Yep. And last night we.
It's
we
a
had
study
did some-
area.
We just needed a
Let's
break.
see if I
If
can
you
zoom
read
in.
the sign.
And
You're
Get
too
off the
close,
tree.
you know.
switch this one out. Probably longer
Unfortunately,
than
I
we
can't get
had
in
to,
that close to where you can read it.
but it was
It
rather
says
talk about
the Devil's Punch
Thomas
Bowl
Massey, and then my
Scientific
head went
Study
to
Area.
it again, so
What
Absolutely.
else does it say? This site is privately owned, and I can't read the rest.
So
But on normal,
The
on
print is
normal
not
shows,
big enough.
as we move
Sorry.
Well, I can't read it. They put
might
the
be
sign.
10 minutes.
Yeah,
15 feet
they
in a
put it
tree.
way
I
up
can't-
into the tree here.
I can't read it. I'm not going to attempt to.
You don't wanna climb?
or a lot to
No, I don't.
explore.
So, Red, for anybody who wasn't here in the very beginning,
Mm-hmm.
you and I are embarking on a tour of Wisconsin.
Right.
In as we celebrate America's 250th birthday, we wanted to show people some of the hidden gems in Wisconsin, and it could be a place like the Devil's Punchbowl. It could be your favorite burger.
Exactly.
Yep. Favorite
It could be the
restaurant.
hole in the wall pizza place.
Right.
Because
And we
off
will
the
give
beaten path.
a shout out to businesses, restaurants, whatnot, that allow us to come in and
So
explain their place, what's so special about them.
our plan is to travel around the state and show people what Wisconsin has to offer and some of the cool places where they can get food.
You know, they've
Absolutely.
We know
I
we've
don't
got
remember
plenty of
when
things
they
coming up. We've got a World War II submarine that we're going to show some people.
Oh,
one of
yeah,
these days that
watching through the
it's going to be a
window
fun
the
summer for
pizza,
us, just
the people
traversing
preparing the
this
pizza,
beautiful state
tossing
that we
the dough
have.
in the
And we really do
Absolutely.
have a beautiful
And I
state.
used to eat a
You know,
bowl
and I
of
would
small
say,
pizza
you know, when
by
we
myself
announced it on our podcast
after
that
we were
night,
done going out. I'd
not
go home,
even
have
5
it
minutes
delivered.
later, we got 3 of them.
But yeah,
Hey, come here, come here, come here.
So,
So we do have at least 4 or 5 of them lined up so far.
so if
Oh, in the
you
video,
have
yeah.
places that you'd like to see us profile
But he had
Mhm.
his tennis shoes
on TikTok, and this is also going to be available on our. We're going to do it, broadcast it on our podcast. We're going to
But he
share the
wanted to wear his hat
what
because
Wisconsin has
it's
to offer with
America
the
250,
world.
and you can
And if
Absolutely.
you have some ideas where you want us to
the
go,
stars and stripes on his
reach out to us and give us some ideas.
And you know, one of the places it was recommended by a very good friend of ours. From the location we're at right now, it's another 2.5 hour drive north, and that would be Al Capone's hideout.
Yeah, it's just going to be a fun summer, Red. Some of the stuff I've heard about, other things I haven't. Some of these ideas that people have thrown at us, never heard of it.
Yep,
But we're gonna find
Kenosha.
out, and we're going to take our cameras along.
Well, and Kenosha was supposed to be our first stop, but we were on our way over to Menominee for a different reason, and I thought, wait a minute,
But
why not go to the Devil's Punchbowl? We're right here.
So this is our first
So this is
stop
the first stop.
on
No,
the
but I don't
Screech
know
and
how
Red
crazy
tour of
they're gonna be
Wisconsin,
if they're
and it was a
through.
good one. And
How can we watch the podcast?
we can watch a podcast. It's available on rippinrabbithole.com. It can also be seen on Rumble and on YouTube
Under Rip and Rabbit Hole.
under Rippin' Rabbit Hole. The name of our podcast is we do We the People Wednesday and we do Tin Hat Thursday, and I'm not sure, it might be a combination of those nights that we will be profiling all of these cool places we're going to see.
Absolutely.
If you want to reach out to us, you can either contact us at screechowlscott@gmail.com, or you can shoot an email off to rippinrabbithole@gmail.com, and AJ can pass it along to us either way.
Yep, and that's RIPONRABBITHOLE.com. And that's exactly what I do to him at the beginning of the shows, because I'm so used to him saying it, so I kind of mock him.
So, as you can see, we've reached dusk. I think we take a walk over to the steps and just see if we see any orbs. We don't have to go down, Red.
I'm not going to go back
Let's
down.
just see if we see anything in the
So
skies
be careful with ticks
as the
this year
Devil's
because,
Punch Bowl begins
you know,
to
those
darken.
gates-
Oh, now he's going to get the spooky voice.
As the
No.
sun begins to
You can't
to
see right
set.
here. I have to go over there, so. Because the trees are in the way.
Maybe right at the bottom of that first landing,
One
Red.
good thing we
Hmm,
used to use
I
when I
guess.
was a kid
Very,
was
very quiet.
Avon Skin So Soft.
My shoes are not quiet.
Well, there are some natural things out there that we found, Red. So just make sure you protect yourselves against the ticks being dropped.
What really disappoints me, though, is
And we're going to do an episode on that. I couldn't find enough
Hang on.
information to get even 10 minutes into a show, but
right there,
other than this one
all the
episode,
graffiti,
we're going to get to the bottom of the ticks.
which is a shame.
I've heard they're really bad this year.
Yep, absolutely. they are.
It is, so we'll be quiet for just a second.
Rob says.
That'll come on. Maybe next week we'll talk ticks. Who knows? But tomorrow we're going to be
Off
doing
in the
some,
distance.
next
So the trickling water's coming from there. which normally would flow down.
Just beyond this fence right
Yep,
here.
just beyond the
You can
fence.
see the opening where the water has eroded the sandstone. And then it falls down what we have learned to be a 45-foot
We have
drop.
a republic to save.
And into the water. And then normally